Welcome to Cardy Kitchen. Well, this episode finally has come about. We're making Cardy's meatballs, homemade meatballs. And here are our ingredients for today. This is going to be 1 clove of minced garlic, a tablespoon of your garlic salt, 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, 2 tablespoons of basil, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, a cup of Parmesan, fresh Parmesan, and 2 cups of breadcrumbs, 2 eggs. I don't put parsley in my meatballs. I just don't. But you can put parsley. So we've got 3 pounds. I do a dual mix here. Sometimes I do add veal, but today I'm going with an 80-20 grind of meat, ground beef, and spicy pork and sweet pork in my meatballs. So here we go. Let's get this rolling here. I'm going to add all the sausage or pork and all the meat. And by the way, I did wash my hands. We're a very clean family here. You just add all your ingredients in here. Garlic. You're going to put your pepper and garlic salt. And your dry, more dry, which is your black pepper and your basil. 2 eggs, no shell, easy on the shell. I set my, ooh, I got a little egg in there. That's a, well, it's not the first. I'd be lying if I said it was the first. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mix this. I've got my oven set at 400 degrees. We're gonna put these in once we're done rolling our balls. We're gonna go ahead and put them in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to put them in the gravy, which is Italian, homemade Italian spaghetti sauce. And we'll show you that when we get this all together. So it's important that you get all the ingredients mixed really good here. Reminds me of good meatballs here. Now, some people roll their balls big, and some people roll their balls small. When I make sandwiches, I roll my balls big. I like big balls for my sandwiches. When I roll my meatballs small, that's more for when I do spaghetti and when you have spaghetti and meatballs. So I'm going to do 2 different sizes today because I am making some extra balls for my spaghetti for later on this week. But today I'm also going to roll some very large meatballs and to enjoy, because I don't like putting whole balls in my sandwich. And one of the biggest reasons for that is when you bite into your sandwich, you don't want your balls squirting out at the other end. You need your balls to stay in there. So I cut mine in half, but they're going to be like the size of a regular size meatball. And this is almost ready, but again, you just want to get this all good and mixed. And one thing you don't want to do is you just don't want this to get too, you don't want to handle it a whole lot, but you got to make sure all the ingredients are mixed and in there. And this is going to be binding. And what's also important is I leave the meat out. I bring the meat out for room temperature because a couple of reasons. One, the meat's way too cold when it's in the refrigerator and it really hurts your hands. And 2, it's just easier to mix at room temperature with everything else. Okay, so my meat is mixed. I'm going to take a short break here to get my hands washed so I can get everything else prepared. All right, so we're ready to roll these balls. I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan and get this ready. The oven is at temperature at 400 degrees, and I just get this pan ready. And we're ready to roll some balls. Okay, so I want to introduce a very good friend of mine. We've known each other, I don't know, 20 plus years, and he has to 30 years, my God. His name is Buck, and he wants to learn how to roll some balls. Cardy's Meatballs. So he's going to help me roll some balls here. And come on here, Frank.
Is that the camera? Yeah, look. Hi.
All right, so the way I roll my big balls, Frank, is I get enough for in my palm, right? Mm-hmm. And what you want to do is keep your bottom of your hand here and roll on top. and you always want to roll good, right? And that's a good sized ball. Now that's a big ball. Look at the size of my ball. Frank, do you see the size of my ball?
Yep.
All right, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stop here. Now, what I'm gonna also show you is how I roll the small balls, because once I do the small balls, you won't see that. I'm just gonna let you see the difference between my balls. Small ball, big ball. Big ball, small ball. And that's more for the spaghetti size. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start rolling some balls. Frank, if you want to dip it, you did wash your hands.
Yes, of course.
Okay, you washed your hands. I appreciate that, Frank, because I don't want, your filthy hands in my balls or on my meat, really.
You really know how to handle a ball there. Larry Bird doesn't do that much ball handling.
So, does your balls look like this? That's a small ball, Frank. We are doing large balls. So add a little more meat to your balls, and don't rub so hard. Be gentle with the balls. We're gonna make, while we're doing big balls, I'm sorry, we're making Godfathers. Today's lunch is gonna be Godfathers. So I do the large balls. We're gonna do 8 big balls, and the rest are all gonna be small balls. And then I'm gonna also put them in the spaghetti sauce to cook a little bit longer. Plus, it is just going to absorb. That's a good ball, Frank. Now, your ball is very well. Do one more. Do one more ball, and you can see when the ball isn't as big as the other balls. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just grab some extra, and you add a little more meat to the balls. And again, keep your hand flat and roll that ball quickly. And that's 2, 4, 6. We're going to do a total of 8, Frank.
That's too small.
That's too small. Add some more meat. And Frank, we're trying to make this a quick video, so let's get your balls rolling. All right. So we got 6 right now, and we're gonna do one more. Frank's got 7, right? There we go. This is the last ball. All right, Frank. I appreciate your help, and we're gonna go ahead and take a short break here to get the rest of these balls rolling. Thank you. Okay, so Hulksterama, we're ready to eat some balls. So what I'm going to do from here is we're going to obviously just taste one. I want to taste one first. Got to taste your balls. I mean, it's important to taste balls. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and AJ, let's go over here. This is the gravy. This is homemade sauce. We're going to put them in there and let them cook for another 20 minutes in the sauce. All right, so let's get a plate out. Let's try a big ball. They look very moist. Would you not say, Frank and AJ?
I would say that. Would you say it, AJ?
That's a moist looking ball if I've ever seen one.
All right. Frank, come on over. And I think it's important that you do what?
Taste your balls?
Yes.
It'd be my honor.
So, and these are cooked long enough, but I want to cook them longer in the sauce. But let's just open this up. And take a look at that. That ball is just unbelievably beautiful. I'm going to cut this in half again. And Frank is going to try my balls. You want a fork, Frank, or are you going to use your fingers? Go ahead and touch my balls.
Do I have some sauce for that?
Would you like a little sauce?
Yeah.
Yes.
Frank, I think you should try it dry.
Yeah, well, you should try my balls. Not dry. They're never dry. They're moist.
I apologize.
All right, and then I'll give you some sauce.
That is one tasty ball.
Let me see. AJ, what do you think? You think it's a good ball? You're going to just hear background noise, and I'm going to eat my balls. Actually, those are very fantastic, you guys. I wish you were here to enjoy them, but you're not. So we're going to go ahead and put these in the sauce, and I'll show you the smaller balls when they're ready. And here we go. We're going to come on over here. And we're going to lift this up here. And we're going to just kind of move the balls around.
You know, that's pretty tender. That's very tender.
My balls are very tender. I appreciate that, Frank.
Careful of the splash.
Yeah, you don't want your balls to be splashing in the sauce. And you're just gonna say goodbye to these just for about 20 minutes. And you guys notice, you know, with the hotter pork in there, there's only 3 of those. It gave it a nice little kick, and it's very, very, very good.
Your daughter-in-law's gonna enjoy those spicy ones.
She does like spicy balls. All right. And here we go. Little more vision of, now these are the small balls. These are the spaghetti balls. And they look as good as the big balls. But we're gonna go ahead and we gotta try one of these, right?
Get in here, Buck.
And we're gonna obviously slice this up and look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Once again, the steam. See the steam? I'm getting smell-o-vision next week. All right, Frank, go ahead and taste mini balls.
Wow, it tastes just like the big balls, only smaller.
Let me see. You're right. There is no ball difference except for size. Well, I want to thank everybody. Have a great day. And stay tuned for another Cardy Kitchen, not Kitty Kitchen, but Cardy Kitchen. And don't forget to subscribe, and please like every video you like. And if you have any suggestions, make it in the comments. Thank you.